Hey buddy, Sarah here. There hasn't really been much going on this week. Um, that I can think of. Uh, when did I make my last video? Oh yeah, so the rugby was on, and England beat Chile by a big score, and which I mean that was kind of where I could see it going anyway, that England would beat Chile. And then the game on the Sunday, that was on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday it was Wales and Australia. And Australia haven't been doing that good, but you just never know like when they're suddenly gonna start to play better. Um, and yeah, Wales beat Australia, so England. I'm pretty sure England have qualified for the quarterfinal. Wales have definitely qualified for the quarterfinal because I know that was posted up on the. I don't think there was a W. Well, it might be on the WRU Instagram, but I don't follow that. I don't think no. So it was probably Lee Halfpenny's or Lewis Rees-Sammet's Instagram because those are the only two Welsh players that I follow. Actually, I only follow three rugby players. Um, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's on me. Lewis Rees-Sammet, who obviously plays for Wales. Um, Lee Halfpenny, who plays for Wales, and Lawrence Dallaglio, who used to play for England. And I mean, I think, well, I was a fan of him even before the World Cup, before the 2003 World Cup, I mean. So, yeah. So they're not playing this weekend, they're playing next weekend, although I can't think who they play. See, I don't look. No, I won't have a look because it's not going to come up, is it? Until it's not going to show up until whenever, so I won't have a look. Um, what else has happened? I just managed to finish season 6 of Sun and Sunset. I haven't watched the other ones, the spin offs of it, because I just started watching one of them. I can't remember which one it was now. Is it the Tampa one? I think. But I haven't carried on. I've just been watching the Sun and Sunset one. Yeah, so I finished the latest season of that. Well, the latest season that's um on Netflix. Um, what else? I did start what actually the other day. I went on Instagram on Netflix to watch an episode of Sun and Sunset, and when you go on to it, and then when you go on to Netflix, and there's like click on the profile, like be mine, my dad's, and then add another one or whatever. So when that page came up, and there was a program, I can't remember the actual name of it now, but it was about the murder of Jill Dando. Um, and I can remember clearly hearing about that. I think I got it. How old was I? 99. So 11. Must have been about 11. It would have been 12 in the August, and it happened in the April. Yeah. So it was nearly 12. But I remember it. I can't remember if it was. I mean, I don't know why my dad would have told me. Me, I must have obviously watched. I remember there was two programs on at the time. There was Wish You Were Here, which was ITV, which is like a holiday thing, and then you had Holiday, which was like the BBC version. And I remember Wish You Were Here had like Judith Chalmers and actually, she's the only one I can think that was in this, but there was probably a few others. But she's the one that comes to mind. And then there was Holiday, and to be fair, Jill is the only one I can remember from that. Um, but I watched both. But obviously, I must have watched things that she was in, and I did watch Crime. I think Crime Watch was. It wasn't something I'd be watching at 11 years old, but I knew of it, or I'd probably seen bits of it. I don't know. But yeah, I remember my dad picking me up from school, and I, for some reason, he um said what had happened to her. Um, and obviously it was on the news and all that. But that is like one of those things. Well, actually, yeah, let's say that is one of those things that um you can remember where you were at the time you found out. Maybe not at the time it happened, but at the time you found out. Um, I'll go back to that bit in a minute. Uh, what was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, so I was watching that. It's 3 episodes. I only watched one episode at the moment, but I know it's like so weird just hearing about, because it's one of those things. I mean, obviously, like I said, I remember it, but it was like 20. Hang on, yeah, about 20 odd years ago. Was it 20? Yeah. Oh, however long ago it was, anyway. And yeah, so it's like weird, like it's suddenly being on this new program. Um, yeah, so I'll have to finish watching that at some point. Yeah. So what I was saying about, like, you remember where you were when you heard the thing, like that was one thing. Like I said, I remember where I was when I found out. And the other thing, well, there's probably other things as well, but it was the same kind of way I found out about 9/11. Like my dad picking me up, and then he said about um, I d- all right, I don't want to be going into it, but like obviously this could be triggering for people who have people that were there and all that. So obviously you don't have to watch any further if that's the case. But yeah, I remember my dad picking me up, and we were like halfway home or something like that. And all I remember my father saying was, or one of the things I remember my dad saying was, um, a plane went into the tower, and I was like, I mean, obviously at that point I'd never been to New York. I don't think no, we did have internet then. I mean, that makes sense that there was no internet ever. No, I mean, not everybody had computers then. But I remember it did because I remember it being on AOL on the like thing when you log in, when you get connected and all that on the homepage. But yeah, I remember my dad saying a plane went into the tower. He said tower, not towers. Unless he did say towers. But I remember it as a plane went into the tower, and I was like, what tower? And then obviously when he got back, it was on the news. It was literally like, well, it was on every channel. Well, maybe not every channel, but I mean, Sky News, BBC News, ITV News, Channel 5 News probably, Channel 4 News. Yeah, all those. I remember that. So just trying to think if there was any other thing that And then it's like when there's been people who I'm fans of that have passed away. It's like I remember finding out about Morris Gibb when the alarm went off and the news came on. Not something you want to hear when you just woken up, or you don't want that news to wake you up. So there was that. Uh, Stephen Gately. How did I find out about Stephen Gately? Oh, no, no. Hang on. Yeah, no, Stephen Gately was before. Yeah. So Stephen Gately. Um, I am pretty sure I seen something online. Like I said, I can't remember so much how I found that out. But I mean, after that, I remember having the radio on, I had the telly on, I had news on, hearing like finding out about it. Then there was Liz Sladen. Um, I just remember being downstairs on my laptop, on Twitter, the um, like on the trending things, the name was trending, and I was like, why is Elizabeth Sladen trending? Like, if it was like Kim Kardashian, something was being posted about she'd be trending, it'd be like, oh yeah, of course, Kim Kardashian, or um, Justin Bieber or whoever. If they were trending, you know, the kind of people that would always trend, kind of thing. So when Elizabeth Sladen was trending, I was like, oh, why is Elizabeth Sladen trending? And then I remember clicking on the name, and obviously it was saying like she died and all that, and I was like, whoa, all right. And obviously at this point, I was big. Well, I mean, I still am, but I was big into Doctor Who. Um, Actually, wasn't it like the fall last Saturday? That happened like on a Tuesday, and on the Saturday was a new episode of Doctor Who. And I remember they put a thing either at the beginning or at the end in memory of it, and then they had a news round like thing, and David Tennant was on there. I remember that. Yes, that was Liz. There was Robin Gibb. Um, I'm sure. Hang on, I think I'm. I don't know. Was it Stephen or was it Robin? No, it was Robin. Yeah, Robin Gibb. I think I was on Facebook at that point. It was some social media. I'm pretty sure it was Facebook. And I remember seeing someone. I can't remember if it was my friend Amy. I can't remember. Because I know of all the Bee Gees, Robin was her favourite. And I remember, I'm pretty sure it was her who posted it on Facebook, but it could have been somebody else. And there was something, it said something on there. Well, I can't remember exactly what it said, but whatever it was on there, it was obviously like saying passed away and all that. And I mean, bear in mind this was like 9 years after his brother, his twin. So yeah, that was Robin. Corey Monteith. I remember being with my mum's. I think I'd woken up and I was just lying in bed and I was on my phone. And yeah, I was I didn't even know what I went on, but I don't think it even said the name in the headline. It just said Corey. It just said um, Glee actor dead. It was longer than that. I can't remember the whole thing, but I don't think it had his name in the thing. So I was like, oh, which one? At that point, I didn't even watch Glee. I knew of it, but at that point, I hadn't watched Glee. And had I seen an episode? I must have seen something because I knew when I saw the name, I knew who it was. So maybe I had already started watching. I can't remember, but yeah, it was him. And like I said, oh yeah, I was reading the thing and I saw his name. Like obviously I knew which one that was. I'm trying to think it was. I can't think of any more. Yeah, those are definitely ones I remember. Like, remember where I was when I found out. Um, yeah. So enough about that. And I'll see you in my next video. Um, well, unless I make one before that, but then that'll be my next video. Like I said, my next video will probably be like Thursday or Friday next week, but yeah. So I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.